Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
I'm doing an inspection in the back of the building. It's a set of full stairs, like 4 stories fire escape. It's the beginning of the fire escape. In the beginning over here, it has a cantilever. This cantilever can not drop it to the ground because it's missing the weight on the weight box. So right now, everything holding it is the chicken wire, so that's considered an emergency repair. It needs to be done right immediately. And all the threads has internal rust, they need to be restored. Braces in the wall, you can see all the braces need to be restored. Connections in the wall, it has spalling and rust. All the grating has the spaces open, needs to be restored. Rails needs to be restored, every connections, because it has internal rust. So every single thread has to be restored. So, and it has to be fully painted because it has more rust than paint. And it needs to be 100% rebolted. Every single bolt of this fire escape needs to be replaced due to the internal rust. Every connections, minor connections and major connections has internal rust. So this fire escape has never been refurbished before. Doesn't have any evidence of maintenance. So, and this is a pre-existing fire escape, non-conforming. So anybody who do the work on this fire escape must have renovator's license and go by the EPA rules. As you can see here. So, and any welding on this fire escape, no welding of any kind on this fire escape because of the lead. This fire escape has lead on it. As you can see on the top, going from the last one to the roof, it has a Home Depot ladder. That's illegal. We're gonna change that ladder for a metal ladder. Fire escape inspection in Massachusetts Avenue. Here we are doing an inspection in the back of the building. It's a full fire escape with stairs all the way to the ground and the cantilever. First, I'm gonna start from the top, going to the roof. What they have is a Home Depot ladder, so that ladder is illegal. It's up to the city official to allow it to stay because this is a pre-existing lawfully non-conforming fire escape. I believe this fire escape is older than 1978, and because of that, I presume this fire escape has lead. So whoever do repairs on this fire escape must have renovator's license and go by the EPA guidelines. As you can see, this is a Home Depot ladder, it's a whole aluminum ladder, and I can't bring it down because it has a clamp on top over there. So anybody who comes on the roof, they gotta lose that clamp and drop this ladder down here and get to the fire escape. There's a lot of problems with this fire escape. Code says any fire escape must have 100% paint, more paint than rust, 100% rust free, 100% rebolted. I'm gonna start with the railings. The railings has all the connections, internal rust that needs to be restored. The best way to do that is taking it apart, breaking all these bolts, clean inside the connection, and put it back, put primer and put it back with new bolts. And the tie back in the walls, you can see there, internal rust. It needs to be restored. This connection here needs to be restored because it has rust jacking. 100% all the connections on this fire escape has rust jacking. All the grading, as you can see, all external rust. All the treads, I'm gonna show you the treads. Every single tread, it has internal rust. So because of the rust, the bolts become suspect. So all the original hardware needs to be replaced. So this need to be refurbished, this connection and this connection, because of the rust. And all this clip over here, as you can see, because all the internal rust is building up. So those 4 bolts needs to be replaced and clean all the rust. All the treads, as you can see, the connection there, all internal rust, causing rust jacking. You can see all the connections there in the railing. It needs to be restored. I'm gonna go down to the second one. You can see every single tread, it has rust jack in it, about like 1/4 inch. So that needs to be restored. This connection here, rust jacking on this connection, that needs to be replaced because it still has the original hardware from like 50 to 75 years old. All the grading has spaces that are broken. As you can see there how they open. They need to replace that, either replace the whole treading rod. The way to fix that is replacing the spaces and put a new treading rod all the way across. You see all the rust in this clip? It has like about 1/2 inch rust that needs to be restored. Same on this clip here. It has all internal rust. Okay. I'm gonna go to the number 3 landing. Okay. This brace, you can see we have a spooling that needs to be restored. You know, what we can do is clean all the spooling and check this brace how good it's still on the inside. If it is good, you just patch it with cement back in place. Same with that brace over there. All these connections, as you can see, that bolt needs to be replaced because of the internal rust. That clip, what is holding the whole weight of that there, and needs to be, all those bolts needs to be replaced. And the treads over here, the same problems. You can see every single of them, there's a rust, internal rust causing the rust jacking. So what it does, all the internal rust is pushing the clip out, and eventually will break. You can see all the spaces right there. That tread is no longer good, so it needs to be replaced and restore that tread. The clips on the stringer, that clip holds the whole stringer over here that has this rust jacking. That needs to be replace the bolts and clean it, scrape it down, prime it, and put it back with new bolts. Every single one of them, they need to be restored. I want to show you, it's a clip, the bottom clip is already broke. So one time broke, and looks like somebody came and weld on that side. So any fire escape older than 1978, we presume to have lead. So no welding on this fire escape of any kind. somebody get caught welding on this fire escape. It's a $30,000 fine because of the lead. This clip here is all rust jacking. It's missing a bolt over there. And the connection there is a rust. You might go to the next one. As you can see there, all the original hardware. I don't see any evidence of maintenance. It's never been before on this fire escape. So you see this clip. That clip holds the connection, the brace with the bracket, the barrel here. As you can see, that needs to be replaced. Those 4 bolts need to be replaced due to the rust. It has a lot of this internal rust that needs to be restored. The best way to restore that is breaking these 4 bolts and separate this flat bar out, clean all the rust, and prime it and put it back with a new hex head bolts, 1/2 inch and up. With a 1/2 inch or 5/8 you can use in that, no lower than that. All the connections you can see, rust jacking, internal rust, threads coming down, same problem. Internal rust, same procedure. As you can see the connection there. Somebody came around and painted red. It looks like somebody already inspected this fire escape before. Rating, issues with the rating, spaces. See, same problem with the threads. They need to be restored. This all the threads needs to be taken apart and clean all the rust on the connections. You can see. And this clip, look at all the rust that needs to be cleaned, and restore that, and restore the other end. There's another thread over here that somebody painted red because all the rust. You can see all the spaces missing on this thread. The thread needs to be restored immediately. Somebody put chicken wire to hold these other threads before. I'm at the last landing over here. Grading. The grading has spaces open. You can see all the spaces that need to be restored. Look at all the spaces that need to be restored. Rust, internal rust, like about 1/4 inch of rust in there. Needs to be restored. Come on, the last one here is a cantilever. As you can see, that's the cantilever over there. That it drops down to the ground. But at some point, what happened on this cantilever here, it lost all the weight. As you can see, it doesn't have any weight anymore. So somebody came around and tied it with chicken wire over there, so that will stay up. But if I lose it, I lose that wire, this whole cantilever is gonna drop down, and I will never put this back up. So I will let it stay that way. So that's considered an emergency. This needs to be repaired immediately because it's an emergency. Because this it won't go to the ground anymore. As you can see, all the weight is missing. And this cantilever, I don't know how they made it this before, but it has to be under. The whole thing has to be under, not on top of it. So, but because of the pre-existing law of non-conforming, the city official might let it stay that way. But I believe this cantilever has to go under, not on top of it. So you can see when somebody come here, they're gonna trip on it, and you're gonna have a hard time to get down to that. And every single thread, as you can see up there, that needs to be restored, because so bend like that, it can't be like that. Every one of them, they need to take it apart and clean all the rust and restore every single one of them. This is the whole fire escape over here. We had so many issues. As you can see, the braces going inside the wall, they need to be restored, every one of them, because water got inside there, and building rust jacking inside. Right now, I'm on the roof from that building. That's the exit over there. Coming through here, and to the fire escape. What I'm gonna do is release that clamp and drop this ladder and go to on top of the fire escape. Okay. So any obstructions, the obstruction the way over here, so it has to be clear at least at 3 feet wide of clearance to come to the fire escape over here. So there's some of the structure needs to be removed.
Right?
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah. Exactly. That's fire hazard. Yep. Yeah. All the trees here, there's a fire hazard, and needs to be 3 feet clear going straight to the fire escape. I don't see any walkway over here. It needs to be built up so we can go straight to the fire escape over there. See all the structures, they need to be removed, and build the walkway all the way to the exit. Coming to the door over here. That's the fire exit going out.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.